Well, hello everybody on this really nice, windy but warm Nevada afternoon. On my way up Geiger Grade towards Virginia City. But as we get up farther up the road here, we're going to go ahead and make a little bit of a left and go up an old, mostly unused road that'll take us in what they call the Virginia Highlands. Virginia Highlands is pretty much all houses now, but there used to be some mines back in there. One of the ones I'm going to try to get to, I believe, is called something like Red Hill. But we'll go ahead and go back and take a look. But sorry, just another test run on the T-Dub and get out here and see how it does. But it is windy. In typical Nevada, it's either cold and calm or hot and windy. It never really seemed to get much in between. I was up here a few weeks ago, and there was a guy wearing full leathers standing in the middle of the road with only half a sport bike. The other half had hit the railing, or the whole bike, I guess maybe it hit the railing, but the other half had gone up and over. When he lost control, he had jumped off and slid down the highway while his bike took off like a little torpedo, slammed into the railing and went over the side. Or at least the front half did. Gasoline leaking everywhere. It was a mess. He didn't look too happy, but the good news was he wasn't hurt at all. So I guess that's a good outcome if you're going to hit the ground. So this is where we're going to turn off and go up this old grade here. And for us, I want to take dirt the majority of the way to Virginia City. This is part of what you have to do. Or you can take Toll Road, which is further south. Either way is a good route. The pinion nut collecting back on this road is really good if you get a good pinion nut year. And no one even knows that this has really got some great trees, and so they pretty much ignored. So if you're into getting pine nuts, this is the place to be. This road climbs very rapidly, gaining altitude like crazy, which makes it fun, of course. You see, the whole mountain range is pretty much all volcanics. So as you look out there, that's what you're looking at. It's really hard to tell in these GoPro/Osmo videos, but we are climbing and climbing. And the road, unfortunately, is a little bit bumpy from all the wet clay that people are driving in, but we should be closing on 6,000 elevation here really quick. That's why you're getting more and more of the pinyon trees, getting more and more moisture up here. The little T-Dub handles it really well. I'm getting better. I've been practicing, but it's still mental hang-up about downhills for some reason. No idea what my problem is. Get me on a mountain bike that I can rip down hills without even thinking about it. Down we go! Woo! Oh. Yep. Got the mountain mahogany or something blooming in here. Not good for the allergies, but it's been a really pretty year. We've had some late rain showers that have really brought out the wildflowers here and there. I was just up by Gerlach, Nevada, but unfortunately did not have a bike with me. But the flowers there up in the high country above the Black Rock Desert were just insanely beautiful. Just miles of yellow. Absolutely crazy. I don't know if you can see how steep these residential roads are. This is crazy stuff too. We just hit Virginia Highlands at the top of the mountain here. There's houses hidden away all over. But it is kind of remote back in here. But it's quiet living if you want to get away from people. I don't know how much is off the grid and how much has actually got water and power, but you can see there are power lines going through here. Ah, Castle Peak Road. Let's go see what's down this. Philip S. Fries, 1936 to 1986, Valhalla, Virginia Highlands. Donated in 1996. Okay, well, no idea what that is, but must mean something. Oh, there's the mine. There it is down here. This was a Mercury mine. For some reason, the volcanics out here had mercury in them. And so to support the gold mining efforts, they mined the mercury out of this area. And you would use the mercury, mix it with the gold ore, and the gold sticks into the mercury somehow. Some kind of chemical reaction, and then you extract the mercury and the gold together, and you can get the gold away from the mercury. So there you go. So this mine was probably pretty important to the gold and silver industry out here, way back in the Comstock days. It says private property, but it doesn't say no trespassing. It just says no, basically trashing the place, for lack of a better description. It's not much to the mine. They basically extracted anything that had the mercury ore in it, and then just left these piles of light-colored dirt everywhere. It's nothing too exciting, but it is what it is. Oops. I guess I should have gone that way. I don't know where this goes in front of me. There's one of the mines right below us. It's that yellow dirt that's sort of visible. Yeah, I have no idea where this road goes. Well, I guess that's it. Basically nowhere. Probably something related to the mines at some point. You stay on the road, no shooting, no littering. Well, that's okay. I'm more than happy to follow those rules. They'll leave all these roads open for me. Ooh. Down the dips. Got a few more minutes, so let's go see where this goes. Unfortunately, I only had an hour today with work and everything else going on. So I set myself sort of a time limit. And I've, of course, already exceeded it. But got to get a little bit of decent dirt riding in. Oh, the land's for sale if anybody wants to buy it. Oh, neat. There we go. Okay, let's go take a look. Actually have some mine equipment. Yeah, it's all part of the process they use to extract the mercury out of the ore, so pretty amazing. Of course, everybody's been shooting, so much for the sign saying don't shoot, but yeah, there we go. That is cool. Shot all the crap just like everything else around northern Nevada. If you're close to civilization, that's what you end up with. But still, that is cool. Awesome. So many cool canyons back in here. I explored this when I was a kid in a four-wheel drive truck I had. Actually, it started out with a two-wheel drive Dodge Colt, which seems absolutely insane, but we actually got around okay. Never got stuck by some miracle, but then got a little Isuzu 4x4 later on. We'd explore all over down in here. But it was so many years ago, I don't remember any of it anymore. The miners put roads in about every canyon out here, so there's so many places to explore. It all kind of looks the same, which is kind of funny, I guess. Yeah, you can see these canyons, just something else. Well, unfortunately, going to have to turn around. Very short little, just goof off ride today. So hoping may see a view or something down the canyon here, but it just keeps on going. Oh, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Hey, buddy. Well, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and turn around and head back, I guess. But I know one thing. I'm absolutely blessed to have this right behind my house. I mean, to get onto dirt roads within 10 minutes, a little bit, maybe 5 miles of pavement, and then I've just got unlimited miles of desert. I mean, you could pretty much ride dirt all the way to Utah if you knew what you were doing. Gas would be the only real concern. Nevada's got a serious lack of towns, especially on the dirt roads. Wow, this stuff's just absolutely amazing back in here. So much fun, especially before it gets hot. Just did a quick carburetor adjustment. I put an adjuster screw on here, got it I think for $35 off eBay. And it has been incredible as far as being able to quickly adjust the carb for different elevations, to adjust the idle. The only negative is I bought the first one, unwrapped it, and then promptly fumble fingered it, and of course it fell needle first onto the concrete floor, immediately destroying it, and had to order a new one. So a little bit of cursing under my breath maybe, but mainly just felt like a complete idiot. Went in and told my wife and said, I just can't believe how stupid I am when I do stuff like that, because I'm a big tinkerer. I like to play with things. But I've got pretty bad arthritis in my hands. I've had arthritis since I was a little kid. I've got an immunocompromised system, which unfortunately, the medicine works good, but my hands have never been that wonderful. So I got a little bit of problems holding on to things. So little adjustment screws, they might find themselves flying through the air and hitting concrete, but oh well. Got the new one on here. It fits the Chinese and the OEM carb. This is on a Chinese carb right now. But if you don't mind spending the money on it, that eBay site, and I'll put a link to it here, but that eBay site is actually a very useful little tool for carburetors that are 2000 or newer. Back into the residential area. Like I said, if you like to get away kind of from everything, if you don't mind your neighbors with the same idea, this is an awesome place to live. Okay, back down Geiger Grade I go. Get some amazing views coming down on this though. Really hard to beat that. I'm definitely no sport bike rider. There's a lot of accidents on this road. Some of these turns, they just completely catch you unaware. They seem to be going a certain direction, and then as you come around the corner, they're not exactly the way you expected. So if you don't ride this a lot, you can make some serious mistakes. They've already had a couple fatalities this month. Just crazy. But the fun is it is an incredible road. Just don't ride beyond you or your bike's ability. Also, if you're coming through here hot with a lot of speed, this is a dangerous little spot right here. There's an overlook, and you'll get sometimes dozens and dozens of tourists stopping. And they just pull out without even looking. You could come around the corner and there'll be someone turning into your lane. So right here, I don't know which skid mark was his, but right here is where I came across half a motorcycle and a rider standing in the road. Again, he was completely okay. But, oh, there's the liquids. There's the stains. But yeah, he was lucky. Slam into that railing or slide up underneath it, and you're probably not going to live. People honking. Not sure if they're honking at me or if it's the guy honking in front. I can't go any faster than those three. There's the view again. Good old Reno, Nevada. Mount Rose. Slide Mountain. Beautiful back in there. That's the Mount Rose Wilderness area. It's got some good trails up on top. And you can climb to the top of the mountain if you're really into working your legs. Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming along on this little trek of mine up to the Mercury mine, which I still can't remember the name of. Red something. But thank you so much, and it's always great to be able to put some videos up of the riding I do in this local area. And there's just so much to offer. And if you're ever in Reno, Nevada, it's just definitely, there's more to do as far as motorcycles than you would think. So, if you like the street, there's also lots of very good mountain climbs and stuff around here. But if you like dirt, it's just phenomenal how many options there are and how much fun it can be. All within 10 minutes of my house. And there's the mountains we were just in, just as proof there. So anyway, everybody, take care. Have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, and definitely stay safe.